All right, everyone, welcome. This is a very rare live cast for me of a playoff match. We are in the Champions League Season 3, first round of the playoffs, facing off against, well, I'm not facing off, but it's Mariano versus Matreiuss. Matreiuss, the Italian stallion, versus Mariano, the man from Argentina. You could maybe call him the Argentinian alligator. I don't even know if they have alligators in Argentina, but they at least have one, and his name is Mariano. We have in the game chat Mariano playing under the Jorge El Curioso, which I learned means Curious George name, and he says he is going for water. So I hope that is good for him. Get hydrated, ready to play. First map is on a watering hole. We've got quite a nice set of maps here for this match. I'm pretty excited about it. But I'm not alone. Also with me is my good old buddy Ryfang, clanmate from the early 2000s. We've been playing together off and on, and he's joining me in the Discord, which reminds me I need to share my screen with him so he can watch and provide his expert analysis that is much more expert than mine. Um, can you see the game room, Mr. Ryfang?
Okay, hey, thanks for having me on. Um, I'm glad you bring up our history. I think we're approaching our 20-year anniversary.
I know, 20-year anniversary. Where are we gonna go? Where are we gonna go for our 20 year?
I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. Focus on the action for now.
So
I can't see your stream.
you can?
Yep.
Okay, that's a good start here. So just remember for everyone in the chat, we do have a 2-minute delay. So just keep that in mind. I like to watch the chat and see what people are saying and comment about it. But you guys are 2 minutes in the future. Ryfang, our set of maps for today, and you know what? Let's show the peoples here as well. Our set of maps here. How are we gonna do this? So okay, here we go. These are this is our a little bit. I put a little bit of data together for everybody here. For funsies and also the maps that we've got going. Um, hold on here. I'm going to have to put observer. So our map set here for today, Watering Hole, Calm Shores, Oasis, Gold Rush, and then if we get there all the way to game 5, Savannah. A nice set of maps, I think. We got their land water map and Calm Shores. We got 4 land maps, one of them a new one, Gold Rush, really like it. What are your thoughts on the maps?
Some nice variety. I mean, I feel like there's been a few tournaments here where you've had like people getting stuck on all open maps or one type, but Watering Hole, we kind of end with some open maps, but we start off with a closed one in Watering Hole, which might mean that we see a variety of gods,
Yeah,
hopefully.
yeah. So you should see the game starting, right?
Yep.
Thor versus Loki on Watering Hole. Man, this is kind of like a classic Watering Hole matchup. You got a Norse war. We've got Jorge El Curioso, Curious George, the Argentinian alligator. Jorge El Curioso over here in the blue color. That's Mariano. And he's facing off on the right. Matreiuss as Loki. Matreiuss in red. Mariano in blue. Game 1 of this quarterfinals. What do you think of this matchup, Ryfang?
I'm a bit surprised by the Loki pick. I know we discussed going into this that Matreiuss has been playing a lot of Loki lately, but Watering Hole is kind of a closed-off map where you typically can't raid as much and take advantage of the speed and the openness from the Loki perspective. So a little surprised to see the Loki here. Thor, on the other hand, can kind of just turtle with the walled in and into an early rag. So I understand the Thor pick. A little confused by the Loki.
Oh, see, I was going to be opposite of you because Jorge Mariano has played a whole hodgepodge of gods so far this season, but not Thor. Um, And I don't know, I like Loki on this map. I think Loki can do some work. You're right, it's a little closed off. Makes it a little harder to do those raids, but I mean, you got a lot of hunt to keep the Loki safe. And that's hunt is what the Loki needs for his Herseer, his unstoppable army of Herseer. And going forward here, it's Matreiuss on the forward hippopotamus. One thing I see, the Eye of Ornlu gives throwing axemen a little bit more hack damage. That could be nice in this matchup here.
I guess let's discuss how the matchup plays out. It's pretty much, can the Loki hit a flaming weapons timing to do some damage? Otherwise, the Thor kind of hits Mythic, rags, and it's over. The odds of a Loki holding off a rag in this matchup is pretty much almost never.
Man, do you see these gold mines? These bat gold mines? Just absolutely glorious for both players. Yeah, you're right. Getting back to the strategy here. So I've talked to Boyd about this matchup. I don't know if Boyd is like the all-knowing oracle of Age of Mythology, but he says this can be hard for Loki because if the Thor can effectively defend, stay in the base, maybe grab a second town center and just kind of reach Mythic off of safe hunt and safe gold, which he's got, the Loki doesn't really have an answer to that Ragnarok. So if Mariano can play this carefully, he has a pretty decent shot.
You almost need to hit a good split flaming weapons timing that can avoid the frost. That's kind of really the only point I see the Loki kind of hitting home and doing damage in this matchup, because otherwise the Thor is just going to turtle, and as you showed with the back gold, some extra hunt there, the back gazelle, I mean,
Gazelle,
it's looking pretty good from the perspective of the Thor.
Gold. The Thor too, he gets the Dwarven Mine, which he didn't use, right? Nope, did not use, so can almost buy his way to the Mythic Age if he needs to. One quick thing to note is you may be seeing Matreiuss on Loki here and being like, whoa, this guy, what is he doing? He's playing off God. The funny thing is, he has actually played more Loki this tournament than he has Poseidon. Is he a Loki main now? Let's see. We've got a really slow age up.
Good point from Soup in the chat that this watering hole does not have a lot of water for once, which is at least nice from the Loki perspective.
Yeah, we've got openings on both sides of the base. It's pretty standard to have one opening. The two opening, I don't know what the percentages are, if there really is a set percentage. But here we go, the initial first pressure by Heinrich Ringboot here with his buddy Captain Godboot.
With the back gold, the openness doesn't matter as much though, because normally you'd like hope one side would be watered off and you could get a safe gold there, but when you got this back gold, you don't even need the safe side.
Ooh, he is getting this relic. I don't know, have we seen the other relic? Here it is, Tusk of the Iron Boar, plus 10% cavalry hit points. Maybe not super important. A lot of pigs here for Jorge. But no, doesn't look like he's looking at an early town center right now. He's got a lot of resources floating in the bank because of his slower age up here. Eating his back hunt. And so, how hard do you think Matreiuss should go in classical age here? Like, is there a certain number of Herseer he should aim for?
I think you just go like the standard 5 or 6, or go the conservative 5 or 6 and just try to get heroic, because I think that's the only time you're going to hit home and do the damages with the flaming weapons and the boars, because...
Here's the initial pressure. You went up... Oh, wrong button here. We went up. Okay, so both went up for SETI. I would say that is a good thing to do.
Reinforcement distance is just going to make it so hard for the Loki to get pressure here, because, I mean, look at how far his units have to go. Like, he's got 5 units that are wandering across the map right now.
Took some early HP damage there from that fight. Does he get away? Does he get away? Okay, saves the low hit point. You want as the Loki here to get your Hall of Thanes as quickly as possible. The downside with what happened there is he probably has to go back and heal now, which if I'm Mariano, do I consider trying to grab this town center now, or do I just try to stay one town center? Heroic. What do you think?
Considering Matreiuss is does look he's going for it. Matreiuss did kind of go heavy on the early. He's going heavy. Yeah, he's not kind of going the quick, fast heroic that I was kind of hoping for. He's almost trying to overwhelm him with the classic pressure, it seems like.
Yeah, this is a lot of hearse here in a very forward longhouse. The nice thing for Matreiuss with this spy over here is he can see if Jorge decides to grab a town center. We see an early armory for probably maybe some armor upgrades, probably.
The hack armor
Yeah.
upgrade is obviously huge in the any Norris matchup because they only do hack armors or hack damage, so that's never bad to get early.
This is where I think as the Loki here, you want to keep maybe your majority of your army up here and send like 4 hearse here around the bottom to kind of come down here and cause some mayhem. Going at this wall here. Bill counts are almost the same. They are the same. He kills the wall and then runs away. Yeah, put that wall back
I
up.
like the heavy hero count from Jorge because that's kind of one of the areas where you can get caught or in trouble is a few bad myth unit spawns snowballing, but he's got so many heroes that it kind of limits the damage that any myth unit spawns are going to do.
We've got this copper mail already in for our blue player. I don't know if you want to fight this. Oh, this guy might be stuck. He wandered into the forest. And does he get out though? Nice circle around here. Pick off that hearse here. Get on the villas on the left. Kill a few. Jorge is just getting kind of picked apart by this mobility here. This is a really good fight so far from Matreiuss. Nice pullback of this low hit point Mercier. And wow, this is going really good it seems like for Matreiuss right here. Yeah, the Valk spawn on the left. This troll has been picking down villagers. Throwing axeman getting shanked. Another troll. I think actually now Matreiuss stayed in maybe a little too long, but did kill a lot of villagers. Oh, here's an iron jar spawn though. Will this be? There's a lot of hearse here though. I think if you're Matreiuss, you run out now.
He didn't lose the vills either. Like I think he only lost 1 or 2 vills. So I think Jorge's in a really good spot here after all this kind of plays out.
Yeah, he didn't. They're still at equal vill count. Wow. Oh no. Oh no 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 no.
He did lose some gather time, but.
Oh no, this is gonna. Oh man, all 4 of these go down. Oh, that's rough. Yeah, I think that started so well for Matreiuss, but just at some point during that, he just stayed in a little too long. It's that defender's reinforcement advantage there, where your goal is probably just to cause idle time, right? In which case, you don't really have to fight. You can just run around and delay.
Yeah, I think after he got the initial Vil kill or 2 and knocked him off the hunt to force him idle time, I think he should have pulled back. I think he was trying to go all in and overwhelm him with the classic pressure and the myth unit spawns, but again, Jorge went heavy heroes to begin with, and I think that ended up saving him there because the myth unit spawns really didn't change that fight like they might normally do in a.
Well, yeah, because he didn't. Matreiuss didn't have enough throwing axemen to kill the Hersier. And then what actually happened there was the villagers got into the throwing axemen. You had the villagers countering the throwing axemen, essentially. And we have a nice counter raid here. This could be big.
Did he get Hall of Thanes?
He does, yes. By Jorge, you mean? Or
yeah, of course.
Yeah, he does. Uh-oh, spaghetti-o.
I don't know if I love this, though. I think as the Thor, you just have to play safe.
He's looking for those villagers. Oh no, don't lead him to the villagers. Watch out! Your throwing axeman could have picked off some units there. Uh-oh, he found them. Uh-oh, run! And this
You
ox card
found him,
only
but
has
the
13 hit
Loki
points.
still has the faster heroes. It is
Mhm.
just kind of be getting free hits for.
This troll could be annoying. All right, big fight here at the front. Throwing Axemans. Pure throwing Axemans for Matreiuss. He's got to run out. And a big fight over here. Hersier versus Hersier. We've got more Hersier for Jorge here. And Matreiuss got to get out.
That's not something you see every day with the Thor taking the fight in the middle of the map versus the Loki.
No, look at how low these hit points are in so many of these units. This is going to be the big fight here, I think. This is going to be it. Oh, wow. I thought Jorge would maybe collapse on this. I feel... Should he have?
All those heroes were so low that he... Surprised he didn't...
Uh-oh. Oh, I thought the elephant was going to finish off the ox cart.
He can snipe that ox cart.
Snipe it.
He's in position.
Okay, here he comes. He's trying to get the pinch here. Oh, no, this is... If I'm Matreiuss here, I am so nervous. Oh, with where I'm positioned right now. Oh, wow. Gets on the villagers. Nice pick here. Jorge not getting any value.
Wonder if that was the hunt check, because he picked up on that right away.
Wow. I feel like these guys should have gone back to this spot maybe. Unless he can... Oh, we've got some Thor on Dwarf violence in the corner here.
That's
and
a
they
great
gotta get
throw
out of
raid.
here. Yeah. So, Jorge with the initial advantage, he is aging up already. Oh, look at this. This gold block, though, is so big. He's only at 330 gold. So he can't age up right now. He's going to have to send these to gold, I think, for a little bit.
Yeah, no. That's absolutely huge. The single troll could change the outcome of this game.
He's still here. He's still being such a jerk. Here come these Hersier. These Hersier are all healed up, though, mostly. So this should be a winning fight now for Matreiuss. And probably will be able to catch... Try to do a path block, maybe? Could attempt it. And get this Hersier down on the troll. Helgi Smoke Killer will save the day. The troll trying to pick off. Oh, didn't quite get it. And we have a second town center being grabbed now from Mariano. Second town center. We got first line
Gold
upgrades.
is just so nice. He really doesn't have to push out anywhere and let the Loki use his speed. He can just kind of turtle the mythic at this point.
Nice little surround here. No kills though. These Hersier are kind of slippery. First line upgrades for everybody. We got Frost in already. Grabbing a town center here. Still wanting to get back on these elephant. We got a new ox cart here. I don't know if the old one died or if he just sent one down. Yeah, get the path block in.
It might have healed from the healing
it probably
sprint.
did. It probably did. Oh, he didn't quite get it. Didn't quite get it. Nice try. Yeah,
There's a lot of resources that are sitting there low if he could path block and clean those up. Not sure where he's going with that raid because it's kind of all walled off and there's no resources down there.
He may not know. Being Matreiuss.
Unless he's trying to hit a flaming weapons timing.
Well, because you don't want to fight head on, head up, because then Frost just eliminates any advantage.
You've got to split. So yeah, maybe trying to get the heroes on the gold.
Does he
use
know
flaming
about it,
weapons
though?
and then push in the front as well.
This army a little out of position, but we got these Hersier coming. These are almost all dead, though. I don't know if Matreiuss knows about this.
Especially if he flaming weapons, he'll force a frost on the back here.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And then can push it on the front.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't really need flaming weapons, though, because these Hersier are all almost dead. And this army is just so slow, it can't help.
I don't know where that army's going. Like, you don't need to push out. You don't need to take that TC down. You don't need to do that pressure. You just need to turtle and get mythic and hit your rag.
Oh, man.
Like, there's nothing in the middle of the map those throwing axemen need to be trying to kill right now.
Yeah, it's an useless army right now. It's not doing anything. Hersier are just taking such a good fight. Forced this beautiful back gold mine that was like as safe could be, right? Well, it's not safe.
Well, if you run your 80% of your army around the middle of the map doing nothing for a few minutes.
Matreiuss, though, does not want to fight this, though. He does not want to fight this against heavy throwing axemen. There's no way he wants to, right? They get picked apart.
Yeah,
Flaming weapons.
flaming
Okay.
weapons. That's what I.
All right. All right. All right. That
Where
leaves
those
these.
heroes-
That leaves these free.
It's clean-upable. The problem is he's knocked off gold. Does he have his dwarven mine going?
He used it. Yeah, he already gathered
Oh,
from
I
it.
missed it.
I don't remember when he gathered. Yeah, that was actually ended up being good. Get flaming weapons to force out the frost on just half the army. We have tier coming in for Matreiuss, and there's no gold right now for Mariano. He's gold blocked. Yep, they're gonna come around, and then we're gonna have. We got tier coming in about 20 seconds. This was a good turnaround for Matreiuss. And look at this, these units in the back end are just frying them. Here comes the wolves. Where are they spawning? One spawn here, another spawn over here. None on the gold over here, but this is some damage to the economy, and I don't know if Jorge is going to hit that Ragnarok timing at all.
Oh, I think he's
Oh, the
blown it.
surround with the wolves. Can we get the wolves? They're so dumb, but can they do it? Oh, they got it. Wow, look at the wolves just picking apart the throwing axemen. Mariano or Matreiuss doesn't care whose base he's in. He's just all the way in.
The vill counts are still similar, but the amount of idle time that Jorge's been going through, it's just...
All right, we got the heavy upgrade for the throwing axemen as well. Iron Jar marching around. Finish these throwing axemen up and then just come over here. We got lots of vills coming down now. Jorge almost close to clicking up. He's just trying to panic age up here.
It's to the point where it's going to be so panicked that I'm not sure he'll be able to finish him off.
Yeah.
Because he's going to be taking damage up until that. He's
Fortified
lost
town
his
centers.
entire military. Meanwhile,
A frost giant con. There's no
and
Herseers.
look at the population difference.
65. I mean, they're basically all just villagers at this point, and then this guy. All right, Jorge is now clicked up Balder, but the downside is we've got fortified town centers with masons, so I don't know what this Balder is gonna do here. Throwing axemen, champion throwing axemen now. They look so good. The red throwing axemen, red and gold. Ignore the fire giant. Who cares about the fire giant? Just pick off all the throwing axemen. Nice micro. After a rough start, Matreiuss putting on a clinic here. Killing more vills. Matreiuss is maybe I'm guessing Matreiuss is probably a little surprised at how delayed the Ragnarok is. Because I feel like, I don't know. I guess he was.
Well, the rag should have come much sooner. He
Right.
shouldn't have been getting knocked off a safe back gold like that. He
Right.
just had his military in the middle of the map looking for a fight that he didn't need to find and took damage as a result.
Yeah, that really, if you're gonna point to one mistake that dooms this game, it's gonna be that army going to the middle, that slow throwing X-Men Frost Giant army that accomplished nothing. And then that allowed Matreiuss to get on the gold. It allowed Matreiuss to get some sort of advantage out of flaming weapons, and that was big. And here comes
Like
the
you said
panic
at the
rag.
start of the game, he should be able to buy his way to rag safely with that back gold, and instead he ended up getting knocked off that gold and not being able to buy his way to the quicker mythic.
Yep, there's our first fire giant here. Dwarven armory goes down. And Matreiuss trying to delay as long as he can before clicking that Ragnarok button. No, I think he wanted to get another frost giant out. He's trying to train one more before he hits that button. I don't know if it's worth it for him.
I actually do kind of like that because you need the throwing axemen to clean up the rag, and those fire giants can do quite a bit of damage against the throwing axemen.
Maybe. Does he even cast Rag now, though?
Especially with the AoE attack.
do we just wait longer? I mean, I guess his gold mine's out, so what's he gonna
Yeah, I
gather?
think he's get one more fire giant and then go for it at this point.
Yep, here it is.
There, that AoE attack just cleaned up like half those throwing
Yeah.
axemen, which is a lot of resources.
Yeah, the downside though, this is for Mariano, is that he's got 4 town centers to take down, and I don't know if he's
No
gonna do that.
eco to back up this rag either, so
Yeah. Gotta get these fire giants. Gotta get their specials in on the throwing axemen. Got a little bit of rag coming up here on this town center, which does, as we mentioned earlier, have masons. Throwing axemen. These fire giants gotta follow these throwing axemen. They gotta peanut butter and jelly. They gotta just be right on top of them.
Cleaning up military buildings should be the absolute last priority here. You need to get the TCs down and the Vills idle.
Oh, you gotta have your fire giants here. They're way down here. Yeah, no, they're just, these throwing axemen are just killing so many rag heroes. I don't even know if this town center is gonna go down. He's like, I gotta kill it.
Even with a correctly played rag, he was so far behind that he probably wasn't gonna pull this off. But having your army split like this is eliminating any chance he might add.
Yeah, this is the strength of your army right here. Your fire giants.
I mean, those 5 barracks do nothing. He's on 4 TCs, like.
Yeah, he's got barracks.
Cleaning up a bunch of barracks in no man's land isn't gonna help you win.
Ooh, he scouts. Jorge's gonna see this. Got the gator munching away. Crocodile, actually. Oh, does he get one? Yes! Always gotta cheer on the
Is that an eco raid to the bottom? He's finally raiding the gold to the top. Okay, he did look for the stuff at the bottom.
Nice.
Like that raid on the gold probably should have arrived there at least a minute ago.
Man, the rake heroes just do so much damage. We got the first line of everything. Yeah. Mariano being a little bit slow to come across the map.
Yeah, honestly.
Alright, got the last ox cart there. Alright, just run your rake heroes out.
Watching things play out, it just reminds you how strong the rag is against Loki, and Loki doesn't really have an answer for it, especially with those fire giants out. Like if you just hit it cleanly.
I don't know. I mean, Jorge's got to be so careful. Get these fire giants in. Oh, nice dodge. Nice dodge with the throwing axeman. Here comes another one. Did he dodge? Yeah. These fire giant just. Oh, here come the Herseer out. Really nice. This is really well done, I think, by Matreiuss in this fight. Popping units in and out. The throwing axemen really haven't gotten flattened by any specials yet. But now it's just throwing axemen. So maybe. Yeah, you gotta keep them. Don't lose these guys in the back. You actually, when you're doing your specials, uh-oh, these guys are stuck. You want them to be close to the unit, because then the fireball bounces multiple times at the same spot. We still got one rag hero up here. Villagers all over the map, though, for Matreiuss. Oh, I don't... Yeah, there's just no follow-up now. I mean, the rag has run out. Matreiuss has economy. One fire giant down. Still got a few units.
Matreiuss shouldn't be on gold here. I don't know why he didn't send more units to kind of clean that up sooner.
Yeah, he only sent like 4. Like if you send another 3 up there right now. Oh, watch. Okay. All right. Survives.
I did like getting out getting out the extra 2 fire giants before the rag was paid off.
The right thing to do, but
massively.
But now we're at 8 villagers to 50.
Yeah, he didn't really do a lot of eco damage with that rag.
Oh, this. The one didn't get his special off, and that'll be the end of the fire giants. The end of the fire giants means the end of the pressure. And you're right, what you kind of touched on earlier, the fact that even though the Ragnarok was so delayed like it was, it still did so much damage that you think if this was just three, maybe 3 minutes earlier, would it have
Three
been
minutes
enough?
earlier and with an actual army to back it up, and
Hmm.
it's just like a easy win. It's just he kind of got away from his main win condition for some reason.
Yeah. Oh well. I mean, I can understand.
He
You're running.
handled the early pressure so well
Hmm.
too. Like he
Yes.
that Vil fight with the Vils pulled couldn't have gone any better for him. Then he also was in a great spot with the hero raid where he got the advantage there, and like you said, could have collapsed on the healing spring and probably just won the game at like the 10-minute
Yeah.
mark. And
Yeah. I mean, I understand the allure of going forward and getting a massive raid, like, because if you get that, you win. But I think there's just a little too much risk versus reward for that. And there is the resignation, and game one goes to Matreiuss. Fun game. I tell you what, one thing you'll never say about Norse games is that they are boring. This was a fun game one to start off on. Really enjoyed it.
Loki's always fun because the myth units can just tilt fight so quickly.
And let's see. We can't count the units lost because that counts the villagers. So it was about 199 to. It was about an even kill death, I think, overall for Jorge. But fun first game there. Really was nice back and forth game. And that's game one. Let's give Matreiuss his win here on my black screen. Oh, that's not the right button. That was me. And Matreiuss scores game number one. You're asking where I'm. Here's my cam. Um, I prefer during tournament games to keep the players at the focus. So I try to, keep the camera off and we'll just
Very,
focus on the
very
players.
generous of you.
I know. I mean, if I have my webcam on during the game, everybody just be staring at my face and licking their computer screens or TVs or whatever. We can't have that. Cannot have that. So game two is going to be on Calm Shores. So let's display that map here. Calm Shores. Where are we at here? Calm Shores. Oh, I'm probably gonna have to reshare my screen, right?
Yeah,
For you.
you close that.
Ah, sugar snaps. And how do I reshare? Share my screen. Age of Mythology. One thing I want to show you guys really quickly, if we have the time. Palm Shores. Jorge is acting like he does not know what the maps are. You probably can't see this, right, Fang, because this won't be on the screen share. But what I've got listed here, so during the regular season, I've got their records and the number of games they've played with each god. And you can see that Mariano here, let me make sure I got this right. Yep. Mariano here has played quite the smorgasbord of gods. Um, Oranos is normally his main, but you can see he's played quite a few and won other games here. Mariano finished up with a 5-3 record, and Matreiuss was 6-2. Matreiuss, the number one seed, we'll put that number one seed. Mariano is the number 4 seed. But it's amazing how close all the divisions were and the players, because you have a player at 6-2 is a number one, and you have a player at 5-3 is a number 4 in the other division. That's just a difference of one game. It goes from 4-1 over the two divisions. Um, what do you think of the map Calm Shores, Raifeng? What are we going to see here?
This is mirrored, correct?
Correct.
So yeah, this is one of the rare mirrored maps where it's the same. I think we've seen Kronos's here that I think people go for, and it's kind of backfired from what I've seen for the most part. But I mean,
Yeah, it backfired for me one game. Should have won
maybe I've
that.
just been watching too many of your games, and that's where that perspective is coming from.
Be quiet. You know what? I need a new co-caster here. I I feel like Kronos is good on this map, but there is actually beyond that initial pressure that you get, there's a certain level of care that you have to use that I think a lot of players just expect to have such a huge advantage early on that when it comes to fighting the rest of the game, they just kind of don't know what to do. Because the other thing is you get a lot of players picking Kronos that really aren't Kronos mains, so or maybe even Atlantean mains. So once they kind of get into the game, they're like, now what? I didn't win in the first 10 minutes. What now?
Yeah,
They
players have gotten better defending against that strat too because people have kind of abused it more and more. So people have their triple dock builds figured out by now, whereas
Mhm.
before that used to catch a lot of players off guard.
Kronos versus Isis. So Matreiuss switching over to Isis for the first time in the Champions League Season 3. And Mariano up on the top in the blue color is playing as Kronos. He went 1-1 with Kronos during the regular season. I do believe that this included a Kronos game on this map, actually. I can't remember now if he won or lost. But here we are, Calm Shores. Oh, I like this. Pressure the attack the citizen. He might be too late now, though. He
You
might be
still
too
force a
late.
lot of idle time.
Oh,
Oh, is he gonna?
he'll just whack his way through it, though, right?
I mean, you're still forcing idle time, but at the same time, you're delaying your dock getting up
Yeah.
too. So
This is where you almost send another villager forward to do it. I like this oracle. It's like this this stupid oracle has gotten in the way of the pharaoh and prevented him from doing more damage. So yeah, it does cause a lot of idle time to Mariano's villager or citizen because now he's got to
Atlantean
walk
is
all the way
three
back.
pop idle, but then you've got to do your extra idle time to get your Vil back. So
Hmm.
I almost feel like the opening's better for Mariano.
Yeah.
The other thing is normally you'd have to like walk back to get a second dock, but if he's Kronos, I wonder if we see him just.
Oh man, the the ghost build prison for the oracle there. I love it. And Mariano, I think, has forgotten that he's Kronos and that he's supposed to use deconstruct on the dock. Like, don't you have to do that? Why wouldn't you?
I guess, yeah, he probably should have been ready to do it right as it came up and just delay those first two fishing ships from getting out to begin with for a full few minutes. The other thing with the idle Vil times, and if he had hit that first early deconstruct, you're gonna have the Isis aging up super, super late.
Hmm. The other thing too is actually Matreiuss has more boats out than Mariano does.
The forced idle time of the Vil having to retreat home instead of just being able to gather wood.
Yeah. See that was where though I think you get into players tend to play greedy. Um, it's almost because players haven't played Highland for so long. Like it actually used to be the norm back in the day, is that you would like wall off your citizen or your villager or something so that the Set or Egyptian couldn't punch you off of the water in Highland. Like if Mariano just does a little wall here right after he puts the dock foundation down, he's not stopped at all. And sure, he builds a little wall, but that doesn't take long to do. So a little bit of greed there, where you're kind of assuming because it almost never happens, I'm not going to get attacked. Why do that? But in that one time that it does, you could have built a wall and Maybe been a lot better. But yeah, I don't understand the lack of deconstruct here.
Unless he wants to save it for a quick. What's the timing once it come up again if you use it right away?
Oh, I'm trying to think. I'm thinking maybe 6 minutes. Maybe. It has a 240-second charge time, so that's 4 minutes, right? No, 60, 120. Yeah, 4 minute. So yeah, it'd be about 5:30, 6 maybe.
I don't know. Maybe he's trying to hit a tight timing to knock him off water completely.
Well, I don't know what kind of timing he's
I'm
doing.
still
There's
a little
only
concerned for the Isis here because I feel like he's
uh,
going to be getting up super late given the early Bill
I don't,
shenanigans.
I'm happy. If I am Matreiuss here, I'm happy. There's only one dock on this side, and just now getting a second and third dock over here. This is very, very slow. There's not even a forward shifted temple.
Can you shift docks from one side to the other here, or is the alignment not working out?
He needs to. Hold on, I need to make sure he gets this villager in on the Valor. Don't miss it. Oh, see, he's not even positioned for the instant Valor. Now he can do it. So your question is, depending on the map spawn, you actually can sometimes shift from one side to the other if you get your dock to point the right way. But it doesn't look like this map you can, the way it spawned. We're probably going to deconstruct one of these docks. He's searching the coastline here.
Oh, that Bill's low health if he spots the... Yeah, go for it, go for it, go for it, go for it. Oh, the fishing ship pull.
Yep, the fishing ship's Egyptian is busted. Oh my goodness, the fishing ships are just going to finish this dock. Maybe? Yep, they do. That's so... Nerf Egyptian.
Still, how low's the first dock that he's starting to kill? See, this is what I was concerned about from the Egyptian perspective. He got like a 540 classic, which is going to allow... Do we have a second Promethean coming to help clean these up sooner?
Here's what you do as Matreiuss. You don't even bother fighting this side. Who cares? He's put 5 boats into this. That's a lot of resources put into this. All of his pressure is over here. You fight on this right side and you win this right side. Did he go up Bass though? He did not. Or he did. Because there's a world here where you go up Anubis, actually.
Did he get a second dock on this side, or is he still off of one dock?
One.
Okay, no, yep, so Egyptian can easily clean up this side and split water 1-1.
Yeah. Yeah, so Matreiuss doing the right thing here is just forget this side. Yeah. Is Egyptian here, you're probably happy just to be able to kind of get a one side. Now, here's the thing, you valor your early oracles and the Sphinx. He'll kitty cat here.
Production out? Military production buildings?
Nope. Just this oracle coming back carrying the fetters of Fenrir. And uh-oh. I don't know about this thing. Oh no.
That is so costly.
I don't know why as Jorge you would even try this. Like, what's the point? Yeah, that's a...
I guess try to force the Isis into a drawn-out water fight and delay its heroic timing.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, if he were Egyptian, he could have finished his dock with the fishing ships. Again, we gotta nerf that Egyptian here. Okay, so moving forward now, the initial fun of this map has kind of come and gone, and now we're kind of transitioning into the second half of the game. What would you want to see from the Kronos, Raifang, and what would you want to see from the Isis?
I think I'd still like to see a kind of semi-fast heroic from the Kronos. With the slower units, I think the Arcus are where you're going to get your value and kind of shut the Isis down eventually.
What do you see from the Isis here? What's the best thing to do as Isis?
You want to get heroic.
Yeah, I like the heroic Isis. There's a world here where you maybe grab town centers. Potentially. I don't see much value. I agree with you in kind of the early Kronos pressure. I mean, look at these Prometheans just suicide
A lot of gold
themselves.
just kind of dying to
Yeah.
kill one meaningless tower.
Yeah, because the tower doesn't protect anything.
If he cleans the temple up, though, that's at least a little bit of
No,
value.
He won't. He lost all his units. Look at this villager. There he goes. Got the Pharaoh Lord touch me here. And
You got the
GMs.
back gold in the base. It's not like you're gonna knock him off gold or pressure him.
Oh, see, look at this too. This really rough dock here. We need to get a third dock over here for the fishing. Yeah, a lot of units here for Mariano, but I question what they can do as far as value here. We've got 1,200 gold left, and we've got this really nice back gold here. And look out, you don't want to lose your Pharaoh here. He's pretty important. Or these Vills. There you go. The non-Oranos Terma, though, are pretty sad. Yeah, just the lack of speed.
He is forcing quite a bit of idle time here.
Oh, he did.
Now
kill a
he's
temple.
got to know the heroics coming and camp on the golds to force some additional damage or force the AE.
Well, he doesn't know where the golds are. Boy, do you just...
It's a mirrored map. He should know where they are.
Well, he hasn't scouted his. But yeah, that is one thing. If those watching don't
That
realize...
army's in position now, though. This is good because
Why he never used prosperity?
the pressure. I think he had his Pharaoh distracted and losing a lot of Vills here.
Yeah, there's like no reaction. Oh man. Maybe we were both wrong, and this early pressure is the way to go. He's gonna probably have to use Ancestor's Eclipse to get his...
Where's the monument
Mid-goal.
too? Because the other thing is once you get the mid-goal up, okay, that's not gonna block a deconstruct.
No,
So he's
it's
gonna
not.
go like all in to get the mid-goal up, and
You don't want to have to use Ancestor's Eclipse in defense.
the Kronos, yeah, he still can be okay here because he does have two really safe golds behind this at least.
Yeah. Yeah. Gotta use that prosperity. Maybe he's waiting to get shaft mine.
He's
He doesn't
gonna-
have
he-
pickaxe. No pickaxe.
Yeah, no reason not to have pick. You got so many vills on wood to begin with because it's a water map. No reason not to have pickaxe here for sure.
You can tell that Matreiuss is not...
He's gonna
An
need the
Egyptian
mid-goal
man.
up for defense, and then he's gonna need a monument to keep it from getting deconstructed. Otherwise, he's gonna be in a ton of trouble in a minute here.
His ancestors get maybe a little more value than they should have. I don't know why you'd turn and fight those. Okay, here comes the monument to soldiers. We don't even have a Migdal up. Matreiuss is playing this really greedy. Here we got the no pickaxe prosperity, and now he's not even doing the empowerment prosperity. We're gonna build this Migdal here, and it's a quick time here. We've got this Oranos army.
Chariot archers behind buildings and walls are really strong against Atlantean, and then if you can just turtle and get the Son of Osiris out, that also does a ton of damage against Kronos, so he's still in an okay spot. The
Don't
power also
suicide.
does a lot of damage from the building.
Good thought with this monument, because if that monument's not up, that Migdal gets deconstructed. You're right. So good idea getting that second monument up. Matreiuss got good economy. Not a second line of that yet. No. What's that second upgrade? Salt Amphora?
It's he's getting it now.
Aha! You are right. I do like the empowerment on the Migdal. Makes your units come out faster. You got a big fat elephant coming out on the wrong side of the Migdal. Got a lot of blue units just kind of... I don't really know if they're really getting much value out of this. Just kind of dying. The Scorpion Man survives. Oh yeah, these Terma here are just getting eaten for breakfast right now, and this is a bit
He's
of
just
a
kind of losing a lot of units and not
yeah,
getting any kill. He's killing free houses and losing his
yeah,
entire army, which he's gonna have to remake now.
yeah. We got Hyperion coming out. That'll be strong. Chaos against a pure Mignol army. You get it on a couple, you know, 2 elephants and 2 chariot archers. That's a huge value. Question in chat about mirrored maps. This is the only mirrored map in the map. I mean, it's not really in a map pool, but it's the only mirrored map that currently is kind of played competitively. Do we have pickaxe yet? We don't. 14 minutes and no pickaxe. Oh, now here comes the chaos.
He's got the resources for it too, which is just he's clearly must have just completely forgotten.
So he chaosed the 2 elephants. That's nice, but he didn't get anything else. He could have gotten a myth unit in with the chaos as well. I think he just wanted to get the elephants, but kind of misses out on more potential. The chaos here. Okay, here's Osiris. I was gonna say.
You need Osiris here, so
Yes.
I like this decision.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, does this
I
work?
think he would have needed more Prometheans to take that down.
Get Masons, get Masons, get Masons, get Masons.
Because the chariot archers can deal with the infantry.
Oh no, he canceled. He didn't need to cancel. The proper response here would be to stay aging up here, get Masons out of this town center. Because Masons is so big, but I think he's going to lose his town center now because he did not get Masons. Mason's such a big upgrade. And instead he's spending resources on... Wow. That worked. I didn't think he'd get value out of that, but he did. I mean, we'll lose some units in the retreat here. But yeah, a little bit better managed to get Masons out of this one. You would keep that town center up. Masons is so huge.
I'd like to see some sort of building secure around Matreiuss' third TC by Mariano, because you can't just let the ISIS take that back for free. Like, if you put a building up, that slows the Son of Osiris and forces out Siege to take it down. So,
Ooh, here's an idea. Does Matreiuss go for a fast Titan? You got monuments to protect from Vortex. You've got another gold mine back here.
honestly, it's kind of the perfect map situation for the Fast Titan.
Uh-oh. Do you see what I'm seeing with this town center? Tell me.
Not in, is it in water range?
It is. It is 100%.
Is he gonna notice that though? Because it's like close to the max. It feels like.
It's definitely in water range. There's no doubt in my mind that's in water range. So Matreiuss is coming out here. I don't know if he wants to. This is not the time for him to come out. He needs to stay in the closet a little bit longer down here. Oh, Osiris should. Come on!
You do not want to send your Son of Osiris into Arcus with just an elephant and a mummy as backup.
We probably got a chaos coming up here pretty quickly too. To get that mummy. Do we notice?
Oh, he's going right for it.
He's got it. He's got it. He does have it.
The Egyptian can go. There's nothing to like prevent the third. Like I said a minute ago, like he should have like 5 barracks or a palace or at least something like to deny the third, because the Egyptian has 2 safe back gold, so he's going to be safe and booming for a while. If you let him get up and equal on pop, then you're going to be in trouble as the Atlantean, because you've got a weaker army to begin with, and then you're fighting against the Egyptian with a stronger army and the Son of Osiris out. There's just no way that Kronos is going to take and win fights.
Yep, run it back. There we go. It's looking good for Matreiuss here, especially with that town center and water range. Well, watch out though. Matreiuss is coming out a little bit too early. He knows this is in water range. All he has to do is sit back, get fortified town centers, kill this town center, and he's going to be fighting at a population advantage. But yeah, here
3 TCs to 2 plus the Son of Osiris should just be GG by default.
All right, we have. Oh, I don't know if he's gonna get these units. The chariots can run out so quickly. Implode is such a low value unit against Mignal units. I mean, a low value god power. That's a lot of damage, but I just don't know. What are you gonna do with this? What's your follow-up?
Don't lose the Son of Osiris.
Another terrible chaos. He only chaosed one elephant. Didn't even get the mummy.
I thought the mummy was gonna get the other myth unit.
Here comes a little
You
blob.
had your dance, mummy. Oh, he's got two mummies out here.
Yeah, but no. Man, the chaoses have been kind of a strikeout here both times. This town center down. Coming back on this town center, or this dock over here on the left is Matreiuss. Kill another palace, and in the end, Matreiuss pushed in a corner, but that corner is probably all he needs for this game.
I think this all just goes back to, like we said, like we both didn't like the Atlantean early classic pressure because you kind of need a tech. There's just it was too safe of a map for the Egyptian to kind of try to pressure him, especially as Kronos. You kind of needed a tech and outboom him, and he went for the pressure, which did a little bit of damage early, but kind of cost him in the long run, and that he's been behind tech on all game.
Trying to fight back on this right. I don't like Implode either. I know the monuments protect from Vortex, but Implode just gives so little value. Like, you get almost nothing from it. We still don't even have pickaxe. Like, honestly, this should just count as a loss for Matreiuss.
DQ.
Yeah, disqualified from the tournament, playing an Egyptian game without getting pickaxe. Like, oh my goodness. But
I mean, he's had a decent poop and he's been floating a ton of resources. It's not like he hasn't had the eco. It's not like one of those soup games where he's in a constant slugfest and never has any eco to get any techs for 30 minutes. He's had eco to get techs all game. It just kind of hasn't been getting them.
He should not have gotten this town center back up. Mariano, okay, here comes.
This suddenly concerns me a bit more because, like we've said, he hasn't been getting his eco techs all game.
Once Osiris goes
could he
down,
could he end up getting out eco'd at this point?
I don't think so, because Mariano's losing water on the left as well. He's got Cult of Argus. Boy, rather than a palace here, probably should have just been a tower. And now the palace is going to shoot at the villagers before it shoots at the. There we go. What we got here? Osiris did die. We missed it. Osiris got flattened right next to the town center, right next to safety. But these waters with these town centers in range, it just becomes so much more valuable. Fire ships, not so good. The one thing, their attack is a little bit bugged because it does not hit moving units. Or maybe it's just because their track rating is 3.5 for some dumb reason. Somebody needs to change that. We've got the catapult push here, though. Another Argus. We've got the fire siphon spraying away at the chariot there, but unupgraded fire siphons are so sad.
Wait, the TC, why is he at 100? Am I seeing this right? Why is Mariano at 140 pop?
He's missing a house. There it is. He built it.
That was down for a decent bit of time.
Matreiuss' economy, though, is starting to rear its ugly head because he should not be getting pushed back.
Hasn't got an eco upgrades all game, so
He's still no pickaxe. Matreiuss has no business losing this at the position that he got himself into, but it's not over. I mean, It's close, but this economy is really worrisome. We've got 130 gold left in this back gold mine. Where's he getting gold next? Over here, I guess? That scares me. Pharaoh goes down. This fire
Like the
siphon.
forward palace to Mariano is good.
Come on, catapults versus you just gotta kill the fire siphon. Your crush damage does decent amount to other siege units. Just gotta get it.
We've got pickaxe coming in.
Oh my! The 24-minute pickaxe. See, all it takes too is just a couple. Just as soon as Matreiuss gets a hold of this water, he can come back here and flatten this. So it's such a precarious position for Jorge here, Mariano. But right now, Matreiuss is
Mariano's
gold.
got it. I think the gold. He's just gonna have the stronger eco, and they're trading units, which is also good.
Oh no! This is not the gold mine you want to go to, my friends. You got this one right here. This gold block might be it. Oh, no, all these villagers are like, no, we don't want to be here. Man, I thought this game was over for Mariano, but Matreiuss is feeling the eco burn. Deconstruct right there.
I thought both players played game one so well, like, other than the Axeman running in the middle of the map, it was really well played from both sides, and this has just been the complete opposite.
Oh, he's gonna lose this, isn't he? Look at Matreiuss, he's got like 120 resources right now. Oh man.
That's like 40 idle vills just on the screen alone. Yeah, this is the GG vill fight.
Man, wow.
Eco upgrades matter.
I thought Matreiuss had that. There wasn't a doubt in my mind there when he pushed out, but that economy reared its ugly head. And wow. The 24-ish minute pickaxe. Oh man. What a game though. Hey, we're not seeing a sweep. Take a quick look at the post game. Yeah, look at this economy. This was canceling. Don't be distracted. There's 2,000 resources getting returned because of the Mythic Age being canceled. You typically when you cast Prosperity, you see a very significant increase in gold. We didn't quite see that here. And in the end, game 2 goes to not Matreiuss, goes to Mariano, despite a pretty rough kill death ratio for him. And we are not going to see a sweep. So nice.
That was one of the more interesting games I've watched at a high level in a while.
I really love that map. I really think Calm Shores is a fantastic map. It's just so different than the other water maps. Really
I mean,
enjoy it.
look at how it played out early. We had a lot of extra time from Matreiuss on committing to vill harassment or getting multiple docks up. Then we had Mariano overcommitting and trying to get a second dock up and not getting it up and losing a vill in the process. So we had some crazy events early on that kind of changed the course of the game.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I was stuck into Cam. I do have a viewer over here. We got Cam watching over to the side. My 8-year-old son watching and learning. He'll be ready for Retold. And we're going to get into game 3, which let's take a look at the maps here. And move on over. Remind me to... Oh, I need to... keep forgetting my scroll speed is too high. Robu's in the chat is saying what I thought of. With that back TC and gold mines, go Titan. Maybe. I need to restart Age of Mythology here. But we move on to game 3. As soon as I organize my thing. Did Mariano just get a win with Kronos? He did. You are correct. And yes, the next game should happen immediately. I'm sorry, there's no point answering questions because you guys are 2 minutes behind. But all right, game 3. I forget, what was the map? I just looked at it and I forgot. I got my nice white dress shirt on. We're all professional here in the casting studio. And let's set this up with my screen share. Screen share working good for you, Raifeng? As far as quality so
Was
far?
a little blurry, but other than that, fine.
See, I think if we go into Boyd's Discord, we can do 1080. But I don't know if that would negatively impact the stream quality as far as what everybody else says. So game 3 is Oasis. I did note that on during an Oasis game earlier in the season, Matreiuss did go with Loki. So will we see?
There are some open maps coming up, so I definitely 100% feel like we're going to see at least some more Loki in this series. It'll be interesting to see what Mariano goes in terms of if he's expecting Loki, what he plans to counter it with.
All right. You should see the game room, right?
Yep. Good.
All right. And people are maligning my skill in the chat. All right, here we go. Game 3. Loki versus Hades? Oranos? Ooh, it is Loki. And it is Oranos. All right, here we finally got a nice panoramic scroll speed here. On the bottom left of the map, this deserty oasis, is Mariano. Moving on to Oranos. And the top right, we got Matreiuss making a second Ulfsark to try to get all of the goats he can find. And he is Loki. Loki again. Loki versus Oranos on Oasis. And the double Ulfsark spawn with 5 giraffe. This is Hunt on Oasis right here.
I love this matchup personally. I think it's one of the most balanced matchups in the game that can just go either way. It's almost like a coin flip. And I think it was Champions League Season 1 that Symptom played a lot of Loki or played pure Loki. And he had some classic matchups against Atlantean Oranos, where it was almost always like a base trade where he'd get Heroic, go Flaming Weapons, Battle Bore, all in the Atlantean TC. Meanwhile, the Atlantean would get out the birds and counterattack and knock him off gold, and it was always crazy in terms of who would come out ahead since they were both just killing each other spaces the whole time. So this matchup can get quite interesting.
Yeah, it's a lot of it. I mean, a lot of it actually hinges on how many goats Matreiuss can get. Oh, these might get. Oh, they got picked off by that Oracle. Because the Loki is. I mean, maybe I'm wrong about this, and I'm not sure. I could be. But I think that the Loki probably gets pushed into his base pretty early, right? Or can he say can he hold on to all these giraffe?
Uh, yeah, I think you can eat most of them. Like, you're gonna get knocked off probably eventually, but I think you can at least, especially if you, it depends on timing. If you get like good pressure and counter harass the Atlantean's food, the Atlantean, like, the Loki can get the earlier pressure and force the Atlantean to use the first Valor on the Oracles if the Loki is prepared for that. So it'll be interesting to see whether he gets that early pressure off, and if he does, I think he can stick on those giraffe and finish them off, retreat to the base with all the goats, and then get his heroic timing in. So I actually do like the Loki on this map because I think the goats are a nice fallback plan.
Is he getting all the goats though? This is a nice relic though. The Cathar of Apollo makes villagers move 10% faster. That's really good for. Really, it's good for both. I mean, as the Loki, you'd want it a little bit more because it impacts gather rates, but it's also better for Atlanteans because they can keep their villagers a little bit safer. And we see a 4-minute advance from the Oranos. What do you think of the 4-minute advance here, and what does that tell you?
He's trying to be the one putting the pressure on, which I do kind of like you said. The knocking the Loki off the giraffes would be huge. And it also shuts down the Loki's ability to counter pressure your hunt, so I do like the 4-minute. You personally, as an Atlantean, love to do these early, quick as possible, classic timings.
Yeah, you just get so much value if you can push the opponent off of hunt early on. It really changes the entire dynamic of the game. The other thing too you can think about is Mariano. I don't know if you noticed they were double Ulsarks, but if you see double Ulsarks, you know that's going to slow down the opponent's age up even longer. As we see, it's going to be it's like 440-ish almost. But Mariano,
not going with the Oracle pressure, huh?
Not doing the Oracle pressure. And if you're not doing the Oracle...
That hunt's naked too, like he could be docking him off hunt right now.
I think that is a mistake. I just don't... If you're not going to do the 4-minute pressure, what's the point of aging up at 4 minutes? Because, yeah, if there's 3 Oracles here, they're doing so much damage. And now it's Mariano that's getting pressured on his...
What's he got moving there? Another
okay.
Two. Not what I was expecting.
If one can't hunt, we'll send 2 more. It'll be all right. We have out to spy on the Murmillo, who will likely get converted into a hero here pretty soon.
I do like that he keeps that one Oracle top to see when he switches to the second gold.
Yeah, and it can't quite see the town center though, so you generally... Oh, what are the goat counts? We've got 9 goats. That's not much. Versus 6. There has to be some more somewhere, right?
Maybe it's low goat because there were so many giraffes.
It doesn't really work that way. I'm thinking there might... Unless some got eaten somewhere. I wonder if... I don't know.
Think anybody's eating goats at this point with all that giraffe on the map.
9, 8 now? 8 plus 6? No, there's 9 here. I don't know. There should
Maybe
be.
Mariano ate 1 or 2 to hit the 4-minute timing.
Oh, he might. I bet he did. I bet he did. Now, the goat count does vary a little bit. Because you could have a few 3-spawn goats. Where they spawn in packs of 3. So I don't think we had that here. So yeah, if Mariano ate a few goats, that makes sense. But yeah, 9 goats with your double Ulfsark probably is less than what you would have wanted. And now we have everybody finishing their hunt happily. The Loki has finished his hunt. And he's got a few zebra here. Oh, just 1 left, I guess.
Does he have Hall of Thanes yet?
No. He's just getting it now.
Okay, just...
Little... I like this wall here.
standard Hall of Thames timing for Loki? Is he delayed slightly?
I'm not good enough with Loki to really tell you. I feel like this is probably about standard.
That's a great wall because it
Yeah.
splits off the map. Like you can't raid one side and then go raid the other. You've got to go all the way around. So
we got the troll has spotted this army coming forward. Ooh, interesting decision here to go raid, even though he sees. Oh no, he's coming back. Coming back. And we'll try to get a surround with these Hersier. Would like to get one hitting the army to slow them down, get that snare in. Probably could have surrounded them a little bit better there, but that's okay. That's okay.
I don't mind the Loki spot. He's not really taking any damage here. So if he's untouched and can hit his heroic timing still, I think the Loki's in a good position.
Getting husbandry as well. Very important to get. Probably maybe would have liked to get husbandry a little bit sooner, but you know, you're kind of running, you know, you're trying to run your economy.
The problem is you need Hall of Thanes, like you
Mhm.
need to get the Hall of Thanes out, otherwise Atlantean will just farm your heroes, so
And here
Hall of
comes
Thanes needs to
Watchtowers.
come first.
So the plan here as the Loki is you don't really, unless you can pick off a few individual armies, you don't want to take any big fights. You just want to raid and distract, and as long as you can do that, you're good. And I mean, he's not even raiding, and we've got this army way in the back down here. He thought,
Where are you going?
well, he saw these Hersier coming this way and thought that they came all the way to the back.
Oh, he got juked.
Yeah, and now these Hersier are all the way to the left here. So what you want to be able to do is the Oranos is you want to be able to do some sort of attacks, but it's dangerous because you get out of position and all of a sudden the Hersier damage everything like we have now. The army is way on this side and now we've got these Hersier coming in. And we'll try to surround this manor, but we've got this army coming back over here.
Atlantean is just so strong, and that like any other civ would be getting punished massively here.
We could probably really well done by Mariano to save. I think he might lose one citizen, but did pretty good job keeping them from dying, doing a little bit of repairing. So one citizen, not bad. Where did that Cathar of Apollo relic go? Oh, he got it. Faster villager speed. So
Does that impact the Atlantean farming?
no, they don't move. They just stand there. So no, it does nothing to the economy. It just helps them be a little bit safer. Also makes the hero ones, which get the bonus because they're counted kind of as a pseudo-military. They get the Oranos bonus, so they get up to 4.14 speed. And
The heroic timing from the Loki is arriving at a perfect time, and the Atlantean went for a second TC.
yeah, I don't know if he's going to get any value out of this. He's looking to block the gold, but the gold isn't quite done yet. And we're going to have a little bit of a tough time up here. So the reason, actually, this is really good by Mariano, though, is he's gathering from this gold mine now to try to save this for later, because there's still 1,300 gold in the base. So Mariano is kind of assuming he's going to get gold blocked at some point. And
Another huge thing is most Lokis go dwarf heavy, but I think Matreiuss has been making vills mostly and saving that extra gold that would normally go to dwarves, so it's got it in his bank.
do you use flaming weapons here? Or do you wait a little bit?
I'd like to have a boar or two in his base. I'm surprised we didn't see a forward temple, because I thought he hit that heroic timing super clean, so I'm surprised he didn't try to like switch to aggression by getting a forward temple out.
Weapons. Oh, I think he should have held on to that flaming weapons.
You want a boar or two to tank the TC fire so you can dive.
Here it comes. So this might be enough. Actually, if he can get some good myth unit spawns, he wants to be careful. You won't get a spawn if you're at full pop. So he wants to maybe sit a little bit under that. Mariano probably shouldn't fight this quite yet. Well, he's got a ton of Vermillo, though. So he's going for the big... Here comes a mountain giant, the big boy. He starts clubbing away. I mean, I think we'll have a hold here, but at what cost? Here comes a Frost Giant. Got a lot of Hero Murmillo here, though, and we'll push this back. No villagers killed with this Flaming Weapons push. A lot of units killed, though. This was a ton of units that...
That's why you kind of want to wait for your boars, because if you had the 2 boars, like, attacking the back TC during that Flaming Weapons, at least you get a TC down, but he kind of rushed it before the boars were out or in position, and as a result, they just kind of army traded.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the Flaming Weapons just a little premature. Does have Plow. No Pickaxe. We're keeping it consistent with last game. Nice little wall here to keep himself safe. Don't want to lose your Battle Boar, though. And Hersier coming in just to attack a Sentry Tower just because. And we've got 800 gold left.
At this point, I think the Loki has to go fast Mythic. I don't think he's got another win condition.
You think? I think he can... I think with a decent fight, he can still win on this gold mine. Because we don't have any more Valors.
He's behind militarily, and it's been 2 TCs to 1 for a while now too.
He's got more military pop right now. We got all this army here too. I think there still is a world where he gold blocks this, especially with these units coming forward. They're not going to get through this in time. We've got 700 gold left on that mine. Yeah, I see a world where there's still a gold block here, because
Mariano's got to get heroic because he needs his birds and
yeah,
the ability to trade.
Going forward here. Here's a market. Not aging up yet though. Does he grab a town center?
Second town center is always nice as Loki is. Like you said, you need the
this
pop
is so
for the myth unit spawns.
Whee! The shockwave to kill some Vills. We'll get few here. 4 Vill pills. That's pretty good. You're not going to get much more value out of that. Nice little pinch here. We got more Mimos showing up in the bottom. This is a really good raid right here. And we got these slow throwing axemen slowing these reinforcements down anyway. Really nice raid. Because we've only got 1 town center here, so that's every villager lost is pretty important. But we've got a couple Battle Boar now, and these Battle Boar will tank for a long time. Would like to get a myth unit spawn in here. There's another Battle Boar. Maybe not the
Mariano's just got to watch his gold count. He's got to get heroic here before he runs out of...
Yeah, he's got 400 gold left, so... pretty good. It's close.
He's behind military on the map and still needs to get heroic, but he's so far ahead on Vil count that I think we're going to see almost like a repeat of game 2, where unless Matreiuss hits a mythic timing with fire giants that get insane value, I think he's going to fall behind on eco as the game goes on.
Look at this Murmillo running sideways. Does get the hill fort up. That's important because of the impending birds. Yeah. Yeah, these guys wanting to walk. Okay, here comes 4 Battle Boar. Here they come, zooming in. I'm gonna slam this thing down. Get a little bit of a raid over here.
This is perfect timing too, because the birds aren't going to be out yet to help defend against those Battle Boars.
No. There's Citizen. Nice wall. I like these aggressive walls here. Does Matreiuss? Ooh, he's going uphill. No second town center for him. He's all in on the fast mythic train. And this town center will go down. No masons to save it. We got a Murmillo's coming in.
Imagine if he had been advancing through that town center and been 10 seconds slower, he would have lost it, and that would have been game.
Yeah, the hypotheticals. Here's your forward temple you were talking about earlier. Oh, what does Jorge do here? Wait.
At this point, I think he's in serious trouble. He just hit the heroic timing way, way, way too late.
Well, I mean, part of it is because he did lose a ton of units defending his town center. Did lose a ton of units.
I feel like he almost should have, like, once he held the flaming weapons, he should have just cut production and jumped heroic immediately rather than trying to rebuild an army.
He's killing the farms. Oh, that's so aggravating. And a big raid over here. Oh no. The sounds of dying donkeys. Maybe? So delicious. 2 citizens. Yeah, Jorge's hard stuck in heroic age here.
I haven't played this too much, but I also wonder if he went massively raw this matchup too much. I wonder if he went wrong going for the second TC instead of just trying to hit that faster heroic timing.
Here comes the Nidhogg. Indisputably the best unit in the game. If he uses it. It's just flying here, but there we go. Yeah, looking back, it's hard to say what exactly went wrong for Mariano. I don't know if the second town center's the wrong thing. I just think he probably could have been a little safer fighting at his town center. Like, I think he could have like wasted time by running around a little bit more because Matreiuss didn't have the units to actually kill the town center. In which case, Mariano didn't have to fight. But here comes the Nidhogg coming in, roasting away, and
Getting the tower upgrade, I think, also would have given value because it kills off the heroes, and you only had so many heroes. I think 1 TC tower up and just get heroic as the Oranos and get the birds out.
Now the birds do smoke the Nidhogg, especially when he flies in. When he's this close, all of the feathers hit the Nidhogg, and that's a ton of damage. We got the shockwave on the fire giant. You got the units here. There's a lot of birds here. 3 birds, but they're getting distracted. The fire giants also eat birds for breakfast, and the birds are all of a sudden all gone. And the Nidhogg comes flying back in. A little bit more roasting on the menu. The palace goes down, a troll gets spawned, we got another bird here, and GG, just like that, the Mythic Age push could not be held there by Matreiuss. The Loki gets another win on Oasis.
Yeah, just, I think they got just timings is the only thing I can say about that game.
Yeah, even with that second town center, Jorge not really ahead at all on the resource count. Just a little bit, but not much. But it's really like kill death ratio. I think I don't have a problem with the town center. Not a big problem.
Did he? What did he have for armory upgrades? Did he have the hack armor at least?
He did.
Okay, he did. That's good. But yeah, you can't get stuck classical.
Yeah, nice game. Well played to choose outcome. Oh, nobody voted on Mariano. No believers in the chat here. So Matreiuss gets the win. Who will win? Matreiuss gets the win. Complete prediction. And we will go out. Oh, complete prediction. Cam telling me. And we'll go into the next game. Let's update our scorecard here. So we're now at game point. These best of fives, they come pretty quick. 3 wins and you're good. And now we've got a couple open land maps. Are we going to see a Poseidon? Anytime here. We've got...
I mean, if the Loki is working and open land maps are on the way, I don't see why he would move off the Loki until Mariano shows he's got an answer for it.
Gold Rush, I love this map.
Gold Rush is not a great. Oh, okay, I'm just talking open. Gold Rush is not an open map. It's like a tight map. So, my opinion is Loki isn't that great here because you can basically force the Loki into a slugfest, which it isn't good at.
Yeah.
You got a Zeus into the Loki here, or the Loki would not be in a good position.
Yeah, this is another map. What do you think overall? Like, what's your opinion on Gold Rush in general? It's a map.
It plays differently, but because there's like safe hunt and stuff, even though it kind of plays differently, it still provides some safety. Like it shifts the I guess, shifts how the game's played almost, which probably more so than any other map that I've seen. Because it's tight and forces you to fight over the control for the golds, but at the same time, it also has lots of hunt, which allows you to do like safe high hunt strats to get to the point where you're
Mhm.
contesting the gold. So it plays out differently than other maps for sure.
Yeah, I like Gold Rush. I think there's like you might as on the scale of maps that are fun. I think Painted Desert is towards the bottom. Like if you were to throw out a map from the current map set and put this one in, I think you'd just Painted Desert out, Gold Rush in. It's a fun map. I enjoy it. But here we go, game 4. So we are at match point for Matreiuss. Wins this match in the Italian Stallion with Poseidon for the first time in the series. Poseidon versus Oranos. And we've got Matreiuss as the blue color this time to confuse us all. Is Poseidon for the first time. And then our man from Argentina. Is that right? Yeah, Argentina. Oranos. Jorge El Curioso, also known as Mariano, also known as Curious George. And it's on Gold Rush. Gold Rush, Oranos, Poseidon. Match point for Matreiuss. He wins. He moves on to the round of 4. Semifinals. These are the quarterfinals already. Moves on to the semifinals with this win. If he wins. Mariano fighting to stay alive. So let's see. What?
Traditionally, this is a pretty strong matchup for the Oranos because you can just, the Poseidon relies on hips, which costs a lot of resources. You can't get a lot of them out early. Meanwhile, the Oranos can just mass spam his units to the point where the Poseidon can't match it. I feel like I've seen plenty of games where high-level players have just gotten overwhelmed by lesser players of the Lantean just due to the pure unit spam that Lantean can put out. You almost need a turtle as the Poseidon and try to hit like an earthquake timing at Mythic, because I don't think you can unit trade early.
Yeah, but I would say if there's a map though where you could turtle decently, I mean, you get 2 gold mines. There's quite a bit of hunt. Especially say he grabs this town center.
That's a lot of
This is the one thing I would say that the map could see a little improvement on is sometimes the hunt is a little too close to your secondary town centers. But if Matreiuss, I mean, there's no way to stop it. I mean, he just gets ceasefire. And he's grabbed his town center, and then how do you, I mean, you've got 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 2,400 food that can just be dragged right into this town center right here. And all of a sudden you kind of run out of things to pressure as the Oranos here.
yeah, that's a scary TC from the Oranos perspective because you want to get at least some Vil picks early on, and that kind of shuts down that possibility. Again, I think if Matreiuss is just patient and lets things play out, I think he'll win with the Mythic timing.
Mhm. Yeah, I really, I'm a little surprised by the Atlantean pick here, because I'm not sure that Oranos or Atlantean in general is just very good on this map. I think it's tough to do what you need to do early and win. A lot of coming because you got cattle, aurochs, berries, aurochs, more aurochs, double gold mine. I don't know what you do. I mean, you got the 426 coming up for. I mean, he's advancing faster too, so I don't see where this gets stopped here. So what do you do as the Oranos? How do you win?
I mean, I think you just hope the Poseidon takes fights and lets you unit trade while you have the advantage early. But if the Poseidon can just sit on his TCs and collect endless resources. You almost have to hit like a heroic timing, which it's just difficult to hit a heroic time against somebody with Matreiuss's level of skill. Like you're not going to overwhelm him that easily when he's got the defender's advantage. So
Yeah, we
maybe
early
somehow
pickaxe, hand
get good
axe.
trades, get early mythic, and get a nice tart that helps you control the map. It's just
Yeah, the only thing that can help the Oranos here is the map is wide open. I mean, you can launch raids because there's nothing in the front of your base, but again, when you've got all of this, I don't know. It's going to be a tough hill for Mariano to climb. Double Murmillo. He's got to be careful he doesn't give himself idle town center time with this double Murmillo stuff.
yeah. I don't know if I love the double Murmillo against TC.
Yeah, because you're not going to be able to pick anything. You know, you're going to run your Murmillo
You're
in
just
there.
gonna run him into the TC and get him killed.
Yeah, we got our Valor used. How early should Mariano get... How early do you think...
He should be going for a second TC
yeah.
automatically. I don't think that any of this early pressure is going to get the value that a second TC would, so...
Yeah, because what's he going to hit? We do have a relic. Plus 200% house hit points.
Especially with the 2 racks, like, opening. I mean, what value are you hoping to get with this 2 racks?
I don't know. I mean, right now he's slowly picking away at this stuff up here. But I mean, keep in mind, there's always still that ceasefire if things start going kind of south for Matreiuss. I mean, holy smokes, we're losing 3 Murmillos here just to kill the sentry tower. Wow, yeah, and then you kill the sentry tower and you donate a militia to the enemy cause. And I just don't think this is the strategy to use on Gold Rush. Like, Mariano could play Greek. I really expected him to go like Hades here. Because Oranos is just a tough thing for Oranos. Well, we're still funneling out these things. We're getting an armory here. So probably get Pierce, I don't know. This is a strange thing here. I mean, you probably should just kill these Aurochs like a ways away. But
See, this is the problem with going pure infantry. You don't even force idle time. He just completely ignores you because if you get too close to the TC, you just die. So the Vils don't even flinch.
I don't know what this semi-quick heroic is gonna do.
Yeah, he's not Kronos or Gaia. There's no behemoth push timing coming.
Who knows though? He's here. He's in the Champions League. He's done well in the regular season. Advanced to the final 8, so he knows something. He's a good player, Mariano, aka Jorge El Curioso. So he's probably got something. I don't know what it is. I haven't figured it out yet.
I haven't seen the strat yet, is how I'd put it.
Yeah, this is, Nowhere town center, going up Hyperion. He'll kill the scout. Nice. That might have actually been the first unit he's killed. Is the scout. You can see like how many, I mean, he's already lost like 3 or 4 Murmillo. He's got a few more that are almost dead. Again, this is just the glorious town center. You know, the town center that players dream of. If Nolus had this town center, oh my goodness. You might as well just give him the win. And he's still got all these cattle. See these? What are they gonna do? They're gonna get. Look out! Look out! There's just nowhere to hit. Nothing. Nothing at all. Maybe we see like a one town center fast mythic or something. All right, get a little chaos in on these units. Probably a shockwave, I would imagine. At least shockwave the. Oh, come on, you gotta use it. Oh, he used it already. What did he use it on? I must have missed it.
I don't recall seeing it.
It's like Mariano is trying like weird sort of gold block, but you still got double gold mine, and Poseidon has a better market trade anyway. These units kind of went the wrong way here, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, what's... If you can get some good specials with the Satyr on the Toxote, do we have... No shot. There's Shockwave. He just used it right as I looked. It bounced him the wrong way, though. That was some bad aim. You need to pull him closer, because now he can't kill them anyway. So, unfortunate use of Shockwave. You got your Satyr. You need him to get at the Toxotes here. And there you are, shooting at a hoplite. And... could have got a lot better with a little bit better of a shockwave. I mean, it looks like in the end we are going to see a win here in this fight for Jorge, but we got Aphrodite coming up for Matreiuss, and Matreiuss has got a massive economy, just massive. Yeah, it's like...
Yeah.
It's
There's
like
no pushing power behind this. You're 2 TC to 1, like for 11 minutes now with no real pushing power. Like, I don't know.
He's all in on this too. I mean, it's all in aggression. It's like he forgot there's 2 gold mines in the base. There's another one here with 3,000 more gold, and then market trade beyond that. If he could pick off... Oh, it's too late now. So he could have maybe picked off this temple before the Nemean lion spawned. What do we got up here? We got a few villagers gathering berries outside of the walls. Grab the steal the relic at least. Come on, steal it. Oh. Actually though, oh yes. If you're facing off against an earthquake, getting more hit points through your manners, as long as you got a lot in one spot, they can kind of tank a lot of damage. But we've got we got a curse coming up here soon that'll solve this problem that we've got. 4 militia here for the surround, and now this army has disappeared, way out of position. All of a sudden, you got the Hippocawn running in, the lion roaring, the Toxotes in the back, and Mariano's got to keep going back, losing a lot of Arcus on the way out. And an army of militia that he has generated. 9 militia. Don't kill Poseidon buildings. Uh-oh. Mariano's not paying attention here. Oh, no. Oh, wow. That was not good. Here we go. Finally grabbing a town center. Hippocawn sense it's coming, but they're a little late. Just the eco difference. I mean, Mariano's going to be going up Mythic here.
Yeah, just...
Lost for words, huh?
Yeah.
And he gets the pigs, too. Oh, bring the pigs in. Now, here's the question. If you're a villager here, you know, certainly rumors would come back from the battlefront that these pigs used to be enemy soldiers. Like, would that bother you when you start eating them?
I think you'd be happier to eat them, right?
Like, you would? Like, yeah, I'm doing this to the enemy kind of a thing. I'd be thinking like, dang, I'm eating people. I don't know. I feel like I'd stay on the cows.
All I know is this is a been the most interesting discussion of this game so far.
I don't know. You're sick, Ryfang. Oh, I'm happy that you cannibal. Maybe it's good I don't know what you do in your personal time. And don't invite me over for a barbecue. We do have Artemis coming up. We have 50 gold left in the bank. This is that gold block that Mariano was dreaming about at some point. We have the chaos. Nice chaos. Try to get the lion to chase. There you go.
He's been unit trading enough. Like, I think if he had gone like a standard opening Murmel Terma and had been using that advantage to unit trade this whole time instead of just killing buildings and giving his opponent free army, then the gold scarf might be in play, but...
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I thought we forgot a temple. Here it is. It's back here. These Chimera, though. Ooh, the shockwave. Nice shockwave.
Has been used, so there's no chaos to stop the Chimera.
But you got to watch out. You don't want to... There's not a lot of army right here for Matreiuss. You got to get the toxic... Get them not firing on these units. Oh, the roast. The roast is going to come in. Oh, man, it does so much HP worth of damage. Oh, this Chimera, like, will single-handedly turn this fight around. Yeah, you're right. You gotta save that chaos for the Chimera. Because there's no more chaoses. He's used them both. Another one. Ah, not too good. We got the spread there a little bit.
How did that whiff? He, like, grouped up for it.
I think he targeted one on the bottom, so it wasn't in the middle of it. You might almost see... Do we see a ceasefire after this, maybe? As soon as the palace gets up? I think you probably got to, right?
I don't think there's any harm in using it.
Maybe he doesn't need it. I mean, we're still not gathering gold, though, for Matreiuss. Yeah, I think he's...
What's that? Is that a second fortress?
Ooh, yeah. The double fortress.
He's saying, like, you don't have any siege out to push it all. Haven't shown a single destroyer yet, so...
Yeah, here come these. You know, in the end, this game is... I mean...
The tech
somewhat,
advantage and the
you're right.
advantage are still so far in his favor that...
But it almost makes you wonder, like, if Mariano, instead of making all of those useless Murmillos early, like, if he would have just grabbed an instant town center, maybe even an archaic age town center, where would he be? Alright, flattens the town centers, kills a few buildings along with it. Murmillos, and a big fight here. We've got these Helepolis rolling forward. There's nothing here that will kill the Helepolis. Oh, I mean, Mariano's got to play this out, but I don't see a way back for him here. I don't know if this is really a good trade here for the Arcus. And that's it. GG. Well played to Matreiuss here.
See the hunt and just
panic,
say,
maybe?
I have no chance and try something weird. Just, yeah, I don't.
Yeah, well.
Never see Atlanteans play it like that, especially on a map like that.
Unusual strategy, but in the end, Matreiuss with a pretty clean Poseidon play here. Really well done. You know, beneficiary of the map for sure. But really clean macro, good age up times. Nice double fortress on his gold mine, and well played overall the series for Matreiuss. You can't, other than that Isis game where he had some obvious economical flaws there. Really good series overall by Matreiuss, and even Mariano as well. I mean, he's the loser. Someone has to lose, but still, congratulations to Mariano for getting this far in the tournament. Getting top 4 in these tough groups is no easy thing to do. So well played to him to get this far, and really overall, pretty decent play. Just not today, and this last game of strategy just not quite yet, but That's all right. You know, sometimes things work well in your mind, and then when you try them out in the game, they just not so good. But yeah, this economical difference just got some nice kill deaths, killing kills early, but just behind this fire and resources, you're just not gonna do it. And it's where maybe you gotta think just grabbing that early town center. Um, put him a little bit further ahead to the chance where maybe he could get a gold block, potentially. But well played to both, and especially to Matreiuss for the victor. To the victor go the spoils.
Yep. Well played by both players. The first few games were relatively close, like coin flips for all three of those games, and
Mm-hmm.
this one just kind of fell off a bit.
Yeah, certainly that first game. That first game, if you're Mariano looking back on the series, I think you gotta be looking at that first game and saying that's where I could have taken one of those games. That's the game I could have won. Maybe the Oasis game, but that wasn't quite as close. But certainly that first game, just one little thing there where the army got out of position and then he paid for it dearly on that bad gold mine. You kind of think, yeah, if he would have stayed back, maybe that's different. But you know, that's the way it goes. You play an opponent who makes you make mistakes, and mistakes will happen, and then sometimes you lose. But good game, good series. Nice to not have a sweep. Good, nice set of games here. Nice maps. Really enjoyed it. Thanks, Ryfang, for joining me this fine day.
Good to see you again.
Oh yeah, and for the viewers tuning in to watch as well. Hope you guys enjoyed. It was a nice set of games for you guys. I hope you guys had fun, and there will be some more Champions League games coming up. Also, we've got Challengers League promotions. We've got a few relegation
Oh,
matches
the
potentially. What?
one thing we didn't cover, the brackets. Who does Matreiuss go on to face next?
Okay. If you want to see the brackets,
Maybe don't spoil it, but just say which matchup
okay.
between
Well,
the two,
hasn't been played yet actually. So Matreiuss.
so you can't spoil it. Perfect.
Yeah, so if you scroll down, I'll give you the link in the chat, my friends. You'll see, obviously, if you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see the current um, brackets. A little bit of spoilers. There was a result already in. But yeah, Matreiuss will advance to play the winner of Rappel and Yoshi, who play, I believe they're playing tomorrow. Um, And I think you got whoever advances out of that. That's a pretty good matchup. Matreiuss versus Rappel, Matreiuss versus Yoshi. Um, Rappel's been playing really well lately. But Yoshi is the same. I mean, when you think of the top 8 players, Nolis, Chemo, Scotty, Ulysses, Matreiuss, Mariano, Rappel, Yoshi. I mean, there's not a huge difference between the 8 of them. I mean, even you just look at the leagues. I mean, the only one player that you would say is maybe a standout from the rest currently is Nolis. Just the ease in which he's kind of winning some of his games, but the rest of them are really close. I mean, close records in the regular season, close series, and I mean, really, I think all these players have a pretty good chance of winning. Each player that did make the quarterfinals does get, I think, a minimum of $125, I believe, is the quarterfinals payout, and then only goes up from there. So there is a $3,000 total prize pool for the whole thing. So it's a nice event. But anyway, that's it for me for today. Um, so thanks again for watching. Appreciate it. And hope you guys enjoyed. And let's send you guys to somebody else, and I will catch all of you another time. So bye, everybody. And thank you again, Ryfang, for joining me for the cast.